Let me ask you this. Can you like really quickly, like in 60 seconds, walk us through a typical pre-buy? And what I mean by that is items you're going to want to do, and I'll name some of them like the logbooks, the test flight engines, but like curious in 60 seconds, what would be the typical items that you would recommend for the average pre-buy?
Yep, and we hit some of this already. Obviously, records and logbooks, thorough, comprehensive review, alpha to omega on that. The second would be, your exterior, I come to a condition survey inspection items, right, from landing gear to pads to the flight control functions. I would say the third is the borescopes, and that's a big issue, right? But we always recommend the engines or borescopes. Critical, right? So that's really high up there. And then I think you start diving into the fourth level, which I will say is critical for owners, and that's the interior aesthetic condition survey, paint chips, right? Not an airworthy concern, but that's right up there with what clients expect when they purchase an aircraft. I think I did that in like 45 seconds.
Dude, that was awesome. That was awesome. And avionics too, don't forget your
Yeah.
avionics checks.
100%. And that's where we go into the, now I'm going to be over 60 seconds. So that's where we go into the flight. We call it observation flight because we're actually not flying the aircraft, right? But when we do that, we are up with the pilots. We're checking the entire avionics suite. We're checking the data management database systems. And then while we're up in the air and they're doing their flying thing, we're in the back because, as you know, pressurization, altitude, things operate differently. So we've already checked every drawer, seat, table. We're going to do all that again. We're going to check lavatory. We're going to check the galley. Is the water functioning properly? We're going to do all that at altitude as well. So thank you for bringing that up. I missed it.
Well, that's the thing. Like sometimes, people will ask me like, well, what am I doing a test flight for? Is it a return to service, whatever? And some operations, you need to check in flight. To your point, like the avionics suite, is the GPS capturing? The database, is it up to date? Is it working pressurization wise? I mean, we just saw recently, unfortunately, the citation
right.
that lost pressurization, and that was unfortunate. So the test flight isn't just to make sure that it goes up and down, but while it's in the air, is it doing what it's supposed to be doing?
We even have in our observation flight, what are noise, we have the crew chief sit in different parts of the cabin and for noise effects, right? Because again, for people doing business, a lot of our clients, right, are traveling for business. They're doing business while they're in the air, right? That's one of the reasons they have it, but if it's super loud in certain areas of the aircraft, maybe it might not be fixed during the pre-buy, but if clients are aware of challenges like that, it works a little smoother for the broker post sale.